Greetings everyone, this is Lodrik and this is the game War in the Pacific, and today I want to go back to the Dojo game. It's still inactive, but at least I have 10 more turns I can show everyone. So today I load the 6th and 7th April 1942, turn 61. I think last turn was very inactive, no really. I'm a little out of the steam, and Dojo is still not ready to strike back. We had only this battle of Perth with the Ramillis and two of my heavy cruisers taking a lot of damage. I cannot remember there was really anything else big. I think cleanup operation in east of Java and the preparation for the attack on Batavia. But I think that's all. In China, small engagement. I think I took the last base in the north of China. But the Chinese forces escaped me, so I still must hunt them down in the heavy mountains. It needs additional 1 or 2 weeks. And here is a small, I don't know if it's a Dutch or American submarine, but at least there's one of my tankers, not tankers, cargo ships. Luckily, the attack of this submarine was a failure. But it shows me there are some submarines somewhere north of Australia trying to interdict my cargo shipping. Not so nice, of course. How dare. But it looks like that the night is more or less quiet. Yeah. Daytime of 6th of April. Maybe we see any Navy engagement? Not so sure. No. So again, I was not able to find anything, but I also had not much outside on the board to really actively hunt something. I'm also at the low point of supply, so I try to maintain my big bases, but I must shift too much stuff around. I need maybe at least 2-3 weeks to really bring my forward bases back in a good shape. I can only continue with bombardment in China against the most important enemy units, slow them down. Here again, attacking this running away Chinese units, make sure that they not attack Xi'an, but yeah, it only slows them down, not really damage them. And small losses for me. Nice. Here I can create a little more damage. This is open terrain, so maybe also a weather impact. And of course, Ida bombers, they have simply needed these 30 kilogram bombs. And Dojo tried to use his Blenheim bombers. I'm not more sure if he did this already before, but this time I was able to bring at least 3 of my Oscars here in position. And Even if Oscar is not a killer fighter, it is with the heavy machine guns, I can at least damage the bombers and force them return to base and maybe create some losses. Yeah, this is I think the best I can hope for. But I mean, I'm always happy if I can see some activity on counter strikes. So because Dojo really plays this game passive, but maybe this is really okay. I really cannot judge this so much. With the Jochen game, Jochen try everything what he have to throw on me. The question is what happened if Japan can avoid this first heavy counter strikes, then the Allies maybe have a hard time to recover and need more time. So Dojo maybe try to simply convert and build up his strength as soon as possible. Different tactics. I can at least kill you one bomber and maybe damage one a second, so not sure how many airframes are still ready to operate in the future. This is his everyday coming B-17s from I don't know, maybe from Darwin. I would say maybe they're coming from Darwin. It's always long range attack. Most of the time only very small damage. Today no damage at all. Yeah, nothing surprisingly. And we have some submarines still near to Singapore in shallow water. I hope one day I can get rid of them. My Betty bomber is still trying to finish off this leftover Australian units. I don't know if my Navy bombers at the end maybe have better bombardment skills than Army bombers. Normally not my the purpose of this kind of airframe. Okay, the B-25 Mitchells are coming. I think this is what Dojo used most aggressively so far in the last days. I mean, B-25 are really one of the best Navy bombers. Maybe not with a range, but simply with pure force. The amount of bombs they can drop, and they also are armed. They have guns and armor, so it's a really good airframe. And Japan still have no answer for this. Never in the end of the war. There's nothing coming can equally strike hard, be protected, be fast. Maybe one of the best twin engine bombers for Navy strikes, but not long range, only medium range. So, but I don't know, long range is always also a little dangerous. So my tank forces arrived, and now I think this British forces already had at least 2 battles and lost them all. So why they will not lose now is the question. No, of course they're running away, but they're running away. They still don't give up. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Yeah. But from every battle there's less left from these British forces. And if there are no additional forces here somewhere to hold the line, then I will wipe out this British forces sooner or later. My tanks are simply too fast. No infantry can run away from a tank. I control the skies. I'm faster. I'm stronger. So there's nothing for these British forces to hope for. Bombardment it's a long time, and I cannot speed it up. Naja, at least this turn I can damage at least something and even kill one squad. But I mean, they are Chinese units, so they have nearly unlimited manpower. Naja, at least no failure. So when I was able, looks like really I was able, they escaped me I think twice already, but this time I was able to force the Chinese second war area, which is supporting two army groups to a battle. And these are the leftover units from Yan'an. So they are also defeated already once or twice. And my Guangdong Northern Chinese with 1, 2, 3, 4 divisions plus mixed brigades and a little artillery. So I have here really high powerful unit. Firepower, and I can force the Chinese to run away again. They still don't want to give up, but they are broken. So now this makes more or less sure that this Chinese force is now not more strong enough to attack the Xi'an, and this is an important tactical or strategic outcome of this battle. So again, I have only disabled stuff and the Chinese have destroyed stuff. So, and even one completely wiped out. And from the little guns they had, they are all lost. Most of the engineers are lost, so the base force is more or less destroyed. And the Chinese have simply really not so many base forces. And this is now, I don't know, more battle 4 of Rangoon. Maybe I can take this time Rangoon. I was a little unlucky, I think, similar to Singapore. I don't know, simply had not luck to win the battle. Normally I had enough force. At least I expected this. I had here a big supply issue, so maybe this was the most handicap for me. Not the British forces, but simply the lack of supplies. I tried to bring all the supplies via land connection, and this is slow. And my 25th army consume a lot of supplies, so I need always 2 days to prepare, or 2 turns. Then I can one turn I can attack. So the British forces are all based on this Indian and this Burma division. The rest is only small pieces. So if I can break this British India, this Indish Burma units, then I can also win the battle.
Hello, my misguided friends. This is your #1 enemy, Orphan Anne from Radio Tokyo with another blow to your morale and some music to console you. Today, the imperial government announced that the ever victorious forces of the Japanese Empire have captured Rangoon.
So, at the end, Rangoon fall to Japan, and maybe the British forces still hold their line. They still can double nearly their attack value even in the last moment. But my Japanese forces was this time able to not losing half of their attack value. But so I can keep my attack value. The British double their attack value, but I also can destroy. My engineers destroy the fort level if there was ever a fort, and with no losses on my side, only disabled. The British are now broken completely. Wiped. I mean, they are now not wiped out, but broken. They are running away now, and yeah, I must catch them, clean them up, and then I don't know how much will be left in India to stop me. This is a cleanup operation in Eastern Java. Still no success. I mean, I win every battle in tactical. I always create a lot of losses for the Dutch units, but they still don't want to give up. And this was a successful day. The capture of Rangoon is the most important. Rangoon is really simply a very important logistic hub for any sub-warfare against India for the future. I mean, I can also operate all my submarines from Singapore, but Rangoon is more close by, and the range is shorter, so I can operate my submarines a few more days around India. And it also is important to normally, if I control Rangoon, there's a lot of oil industry, and this will also normally protect all installation in Vietnam, Bangkok, Thailand. It's nearly impossible for the Allies to attack Thailand, Vietnam, if the Japanese control Rangoon. So, second sub-attack hit, but no explosion. Ha! A little lucky today. There's my destroyer, where my destroyer failed. So last turn, luck. This time the torpedo hits, but no explosion. Okay. And here we have this very dangerous corvettes. Submarine killer. And I'm not sure. I'm here in deep water, but I don't know if the deep water can save my submarine, you know. This is I have here 3 hits, and these hits are I'm still not heavy damage, but because I took a Rangoon, the ships are forced to leave the port, and I have here one battleship formation waiting more or less to pick up everything what is trying to escape, and this is now only small cargo stuff for a corvette. Okay, corvettes I always like to hit. So the corvette is killed, and the local minesweeper somehow escaped in the night, but it's okay, let him run. We will see how long he can run. Yeah, the same battle again. Submarine and corvette. And again 2 hits on my submarine. So I think I better call my submarine back. Even if there's no heavy damage, but this is maybe too much. I don't want to lose the sub only for what? I have enough submarines so far. Dojo was not able to really cripple my submarine fleet in the first 5 months. Not that I expect this. Yeah, now my battleships are trying to finish off this. Running away local minesweeper. So 1 point more for Japan. Okay. So the ship even survived the first hit. Or cannot sink fast enough. Nothing really glorious. Only picking up. And we have here a burning troop transport ship and looks like a big one. And one of my subs are here at the right point, at the right time, and creating 2 hits. And there's no port in range. So this AP have not even an escort. Because my submarine can attack in surface with a 12cm gun. So, and remember, these 12cm guns are similar guns like the old Japanese destroyer using here. So a submarine have a destroyer gun. So this is really a lot of firepower for a submarine. So his shell hits have impact. 2 torpedo hits, 4 shell hits, heavy fire, no, not heavy fire, but on fire and heavy damage. And the ship was already, I think, with system damage. And it sounds like it's sinking. So this was a good troop transport ship. Looks big. Maybe 6, 7, 8,000 tons. Similar to a light cruiser. Chinese air war. Oh, the Blenheim's coming back. This time I have no Oscars. But no damage on my side. Yeah, B-17s. They try. This was not really much air war in China this time. Maybe a bit weather. Yeah, bad weather always brought my airplanes. I think bad weather is the best ally of China for Dojo. don't know, but this 7th April was a very light air war. And here we have a British, Dutch, maybe a Dutch submarine, and I'm trying to locate it, but I cannot. It's a little dangerous situation, I mean position. Too much shipping will go in and out there. Yeah, I land on McKean because there is a air wing will pop up in this location, so you must take this island to get the airframe. So this is the only reason why I take this nonsense island somewhere in the Pacific without any use for me. Ah, yeah. This, yeah, and we have here, I don't know exactly why. It looks like that one of the British forces was not able to run away last time. But they're running now. And we trying to catch up. So 2 of my tanks are trying to catch up with the enemy running units. So again I lost nothing. The British are broken, you could say. These are this Burma rifle battalions. So infantry against tanks, this will not work so well. Now we have this big bombardment again, and this is a long time. Simply too many guns involved. Okay, this time the bombardment was similar to last time, only I also suffered a little light damage on my side. And similar to the British forces in Burma, there was also something left over, was not running away, especially because it's HQ now and the construction brigade regiment here. So if I'm a little lucky, I can maybe kill one of these HQs. I mean, there was nothing left to fight with the Chinese. And I can wipe them. So I kill really 2 units and 1 run away, but I don't know which one ran away. I forgot to read it. But one of the enemy HQs are just destroyed, and this is I think the most important, because then they can give more this bonus for the future. Now I take this shitty mini island here. Yeah, I took the base. And again, there's nothing left for the Dutch, but they still won't give up. But every day they're slowing, dying. They're dying for sure, but it's slow. So, end of the turn. We will now arrive at the 8th December, April. April, not December. So, we arrived April 8th, 42, a good day because I took Rangoon, a lucky day that I don't lost my cargo ship, a good day because my submarine can kill enemy troop transport, but the air war was totally ineffective. I lost one by flak and Dojo lost a little here, a little there, but I can kill 2 of these Blenheims, okay, and I lost one of my Mary. And the rest is nothing. So, I lost 1 airframe, and I also lost this 1 bomber pilot. Naja, but doesn't matter. That is all fine. So, ship sunk this last turn is, I get already the report. So, this is a 20-point troop transport ship. Yeah, 10,000 tons, so light cruiser, heavy cruiser stuff. This is really and also fast. This kind of stuff, this is a real military troop transport ship. So to think this kind of stuff is will help me in the future. That's for sure. I think Allies, they have a lot of civilian cargo ships. Unlimited, more or less. They also have a lot of maybe normal tankers, but they don't have many AOs and they don't have many troop transport shields. So troop transport and AOs to sink is will help Japan simply cripple any counter strikes of the Allies and invasion stuff. I mean, 43, I would say. 42, I think there's not really much the Allies can do. So, and we also sunk a... this is corvette. This is standard corvette, flower class. They're only dangerous for submarines and nothing more. And the 1-point stuff. And only to compare this to the Jochen game, only to show all days Japan lost so far. You can see this is what I lost with Japan with the Jochen game. And if I now take if I take only military stuff here in submarines maybe, and APDs. Then I lost the first class destroyer. This I not lost in Jochen, I only lost this second class destroyer and 2 support destroyer. But with the other game, and this has a small mini submarine. So I lost no submarine so far, only this mini shitty submarines, so they are not important. And I lost more or less 2 good destroyers and 2 support destroyers. And I think with the Jochen game I lost already 3 good destroyers and 1 support destroyer. So the same number of ships I lost. But here is April, the other game is December. And I also lost 1 light cruiser. Here I lost nothing. So I lost really only this, I really only care these 2 destroyers, and these 2 destroyers I really don't. Doesn't matter what happened with them. So the Japanese Navy is in this game still at maximum power, and every day I get a little more. So I can keep my power and even get stronger. But I mean, the Allies always gets faster, stronger. Most important is this turn I take Rangoon. And I took Rangoon with so damage. You can see 25% of the equipment is destroyed. You can see 5 out of 20, 52 out of 200, and 10 out of 30. So it's okay, I would say. So most important is the refineries are still running, but I have no crude oil here or no supplies, so I cannot use them. But I was able first to kick out the British, and now I must be only quick. Take the highway, take this base, and then cross the river before this British forces can run back to India. I was also able to break this British forces here, and because they are tanks, they are fast. I'm already in the next hex, and I can immediately attack here, and maybe take this hex. And this hex is not so important. More important is here this base, because here is oil, a lot of oil, and more refineries. From industry's point of view, Rangoon, these 2 hexes are everything. These 2 bases are 90% of all industry in Burma. The rest is only small stuff, no one care. So, I took Rangoon. Maybe the submarine I can show, because there was one of my submarines getting a little strong damage here. So, I had here I think at least 6 hits on the submarine. And I can see the system damage. But it's only system damage, no flotation damage. So I don't know why. Maybe this is a battle report. You cannot really trust them. If you don't see heavy damage somewhere, then you always think, oh, 10 hits, must be dead. Even if this is a British sub-hunter from a corvette, Flower class. So I would normally expect it to kill the submarines quickly. But no. Or maybe this Japanese submarine is very lucky. Who knows? This is the submarine here near to Sydney, was in the right spot to kill the enemy troop transport ship. And I have still many torpedoes left. So, successful guy. If he's back to port, I can give him some sake. So here's no big change, I think. I always can pick up some submarines, but they're deep water, so hard for me to really get rid of them. I transport more equipment here down, but still need more time. So I think there's nothing to show. I think my carrier fleet, my carrier fleet is the submarine's trying to starve out Nomaya, but I don't know if it's really successful. My carrier is on the way back to Rabaul, simply because I'm running low on fuel. Tja. And my other carriers are all in Singapore still. Yeah, all 9 carriers are here in Singapore now. Battleships refueling. So I have no fuel. I'm low on supplies. Singapore is really, because I'm now in the time frame where I burn completely through every supplies I have. Every supply I can find, I consume for war activity and industry improvement, and I need now really 1 or 2 weeks to ship something around. Not sure where I can get it. Here are some supplies coming, emergency supplies, but this is never enough to feed Singapore in the long run. Maybe I think I also give up to build up Miri. I try to repair here something, but now it's on 230, and then I think it's enough. Now I will only consume the supplies I create in Miri itself, so maybe at the end of the war I can maybe finish here something, but I'm not sure if it makes sense to repair something after June of 42. Everyone can decide this by himself. In China nothing happened. I can only see that all these bases are low on supplies. But from military point of view, I was successful. I break these Chinese forces, so I have no threat more for Xi'an. Xi'an is safe now. Now I must make sure that I don't lose here the control. here are many Chinese forces, so maybe Dojo try to take this base and this base, and then I have here starving forces in the mountains. If Dojo can maybe not win the victory on the field, he can maybe still cripple my forces simply by let them starve. This I cannot allow. Good. I think more is not to say. Not really. So, thank you all. Take care. Bye bye.